As 2015 was drawn to an end, I just had to get the car prepped because it was taken out of the rotisserie, and I didn't want to have to be tossing and turning or getting really hard to do spots with the bodywork. So we skim coated the back of the car and got it ready and painted like the back quarters and stuff like that, all ready to take out of the rotisserie and put onto like some trolley wheels suspended off the ground. And then we headed into 2016, and there was things like the heater box and that which I couldn't get to when I was in the rotisserie, so we just cut them out and welded them in and started doing a bit of finishing work, really starting to head towards the end of the bodywork, so I thought, but really it was only just beginning still. And we finally got all the roof prepped, getting that ready for skim coat, and started skim coating the roof. There was a couple of big dents you can see there. Were really hard to get out. So we got the skim coat on the roof, and we kept moving forward and pushing forward. And I don't know if you've ever skim coated a roof. Definitely test your arms out. Definitely test your arms. So it was a bit of a long start to the beginning of 2016, but it was well worth it. And while this was happening, I bought a new set of wheels, which I was sort of really happy with. I didn't buy 5 spokes, I wanted something different than 5 spokes, so I bought a different set of wheels and bought these what they call a Chevy Rally Wheel mock-up, 18-inch, fully chrome sorts of things. Then I still hadn't worked out the colour. I'd been backwards and forward to the shop, and I'd been and sat in the shop and looked at colour swatches for ages and ages and ages. So I finally done some more mock-ups of the car. But at the stage I was still looking at 5-spoke wheels, but I didn't really want 5-spoke wheels, so I changed colours and kept changing my mind, as you do. And eventually I come across the blue, which I thought was okay, and then I thought, no, I really wanted to do it grey, and with the wheels I was looking at, I was quite happy with that. And I thought, everyone kept telling me, oh, I'll get a red one. I thought, no, I don't want a red, so I thought a grey with a white roof would be the go. But then I ended up choosing the blue, the Atlas blue, and I went and bought some sample paint and had an old guard there, sprayed up the guard in the colour, and it was really bright without the clear on it, really bright. But I stuck the new mag wheel next to it and thought it over and looked at it, and I thought, yeah, that's the colour it's going to be. So then I had to do another mock-up later on to see work out what sort of front I was going to put on. My wife liked the twin lights, so I ended up going with the twin lights. I quite like them now. I didn't at first, but I do now. So now that I've made the decision on the colour and the lights, I need to get in and repair the radiator support panels. And someone said to me, why don't you just buy new ones? At the time I'd been ill and so money was tight, so for the sake of $46 I bought a full sheet of cold rolled metal and just repaired everything. And I found it, it might have taken me a few days, but at least it wasn't costing me actual money out of my pocket. So that's what I did. I also, because I had so many big parts, I set up a big molasses tub in the yard and had that there for about 3 or 4 months and just washed heaps and heaps of parts, bumper bars, you name it, wheels, mud guards, everything went through the molasses tub. Well, you can see it's all fermented. The smell's not too bad. The mixture's not as strong as it was, but that's been in there for 2 weeks. Because it's a swimming pool or a pond tarp, I don't want to put any holes in it if I can help it. Well, that not too bad. So this guard's been sitting in there for 3 weeks. So this is the extractors just come out of the molasses tub. They were pretty rusty when they went in. So this is the radiator support panel after I'd repaired it and given it a molasses bath. They come up like new. Because I was repairing a lot of parts, because I'd bought a massive amount of parts and off a guy, and I'd actually sold them for about 5 or 6 times what I'd actually purchased them for. That's after repairing them and making them all look nice and saleable. And that's how I actually funded the car. So as 2016 drew to an end, I now had a picture in my mind what I wanted the car to look like, and the colours and the wheels. So I just had to pull my finger out and get the chassis sandblasted, undercoated and painted in gloss black, and then start assembling the chassis so I can get the front on it, and then start doing panel alignment and all that sort of stuff. And this was the first time I'd actually had a front on the car. So I'd now had the car for 10 years, almost 11 years, and never seen it with the front on it.